Hello everyone, welcome to EduChants. We are with the second part of UGC NET Education Paper 2 analysis and pathway for 2023. And the cycle of this examination was a merged cycle of 2022. I am Samir and presently I am working as Assistant Professor OPSC OES-I College Branch. I was former SSB lecturer batch 2022. I have also cracked TGT Arts in 2020, securing the rank 16, and I have qualified NET 2 times and JRF. So let us start the video. We will continue with the 23rd question, or we have already completed the first part, which is already in our playlist. You can watch it from there. We will continue from question number 55. Now the first question of the day is, Jung has qualified human beings according to their social behavior, energy level, body build or mood. So if you will go through the theory given by Jung, so it is according to the social behavior of individual. So definitely A is the right answer. So option A will be right answer. Only A, right? Okay. Paper date was 12th October 2022. Okay. Next question, 73rd question. Now you have to match the philosophy with the sources of knowledge that we call as pramanas. In Indian philosophy, pramanas are known as the sources of knowledge. Okay, sources of knowledge. In total, there are 6 pramanas. Okay, 6 pramanas, out of which you have to select which philosophy believes which type of sources of knowledge. So if you will look into Jain philosophy, then definitely it believes on perception, inference and testimony. Perception, inference and testimony are the sources of knowledge. Then Charavak believes only perception, only perception. So by considering both these options, if you will look into this these given options, then definitely C will be the right answer, because Jain philosophy perception and Charavak philosophy perception only, right? Perception, inference, testimony and perception only. So this will be the right answer. Then C, definitely if you will match all these options, then definitely you will get the right answer. And if you want to answer quickly, so you have to do like this, apply some shortcut methods. You apply these 2 methods, then you will definitely go to the answer directly. Okay, moving on to the next question, 85th question. Arrange the following stages of total quality management, or TQM theory of management, in a sequence proposed by Dalgard, Christensen and Kanzi 2002. So according to this model, if you will look deeply into the topic and as well as the sequence, first of all I'll show you the picture. Here is the picture of Dalgard, Christensen and Kanzi model. First it says inspection, quality inspection. First you have to inspect regarding the quality, then you have to control the quality, then you have to assure the quality assurance, then finally you will do the total quality management. So according to this sequence, definitely answer is what? C. Answer is C. Why? Because first is inspection, that means first C, then comes your quality control, that means A, then quality assurance D, then your TQM, that means B. CADB. So C is the right answer. Okay. Next question. According to National Council for Teacher Education NCTE, which of the following is a composite institution? What do you mean by composite? One is standalone institutions. Standalone means they are only offering teacher education or single program of teacher education. But composite means those who are having many type of courses and they are also promoting some type of research in the institution. Okay. So according to this NCT, which are called as the composite institution. So an institution offering a single undergraduate program, no, it is standalone university or college. Institution offering a single postgraduate program, no, it is not. An institution offering multi-teacher education program. Yes, it is correct, because multi means B.Ed, M.Ed, integrated B.Ed, M.Ed, integrated B.Ed, okay, B.Sc, B.Ed, B.A.B.Ed, and then your M.Phil, Ph.D, etc. These are called as composite institution. Okay. Next question. Arrange the following Indian philosophers in chronological order of their year of birth. This question was quite tricky. Not, you cannot say that it is out of syllabus, but you have to go through the birth years of all the philosophers. Okay. Okay. So let us see Aurobindo Ghosh, Swami Vivekananda, Jiddu Krishnamurti, and Rabindranath Tagore. Okay. So according to the chronological order, who is the first person or oldest person? First is Rabindranath Tagore, definitely Rabindranath Tagore. Then comes your yes, Vivekananda ji, right? Vivekananda ji. Okay, Vivekananda ji. Then your yes, then Aurobindo Ghosh. That means A. Then finally Swami Vivekananda, youngest one. Okay, D.B.A.C. That means your third option is correct. D.B.A.C. Okay. Then question ID 12. Learning through informal education is called. Now see, there are three types of education basically. Formal, second is informal, third is non-formal. Okay. Now formal means the type of education given within the four walls of a classroom. That means a school, college, institution, coaching center, etc. Formal education where you have a fixed curriculum, where you have uniform like that, or you have some examination pattern, timetable, etc. But in informal education, that means the type of education which is learned in our day-to-day life. It is not prescribed anywhere, it is not intended, it is not created, or it is not formalized. That means whenever you meet with new persons or elder persons, they teach you something regarding life. Sometimes life, we say that life is the greatest teacher, because life teaches us many lessons. Life teaches us many lessons in many point of time during the lifespan. Okay, you learn many things from the life. Okay, that means these are called as informal education. Informally you are learning many things. Then non-formal education, which is otherwise known as correspondence education. Correspondence, that means distance education. Okay, correspondence. A student is not having time, or he or she cannot afford regular education. That is why he or she is doing distance education, correspondence education, where the prescribed curriculum is there, but the time is flexible. 2-year course can be done in 5 years. Okay, examination system is flexible. You can appear the examination this year, or you can pick the next year as your examination. Okay, so non-formal education means correspondence education. So here learning through informal education means what? Okay, so this means open learning. No, it is your non-formal education also. Formal learning, no, it is not formal. Insightful learning, that means whenever you get your knowledge suddenly you get some idea, oh my god, so this is the answer, then it is called insightful learning. That means sudden knowledge, sudden idea, insightful. Then learning by chance or incidental learning, definitely D is the right answer. I have already told you, informal means suddenly or chance or incidentally you are learning many things from your life, from the road, from your teachers, from your parents, from the elders, from the society. That is what we call as incidental or informal education. Next question. In the context of path or marg to reach a state free from misery as recommended by Buddha, which of the following is not amongst those 8 steps or rules also called Ashtangika Marga or Ashtang Marg? ठीक है? So which is not the path or which is not a part of the Ashtang mark. Okay, Ashtang mark. What is Ashtang mark? So in Buddhism, these two things are important, 4 and 8. 4 noble truths, 4 noble truths, and 8 path for nirvana. Path for nirvana. Nirvana means salvation. Okay, nirvana means salvation. Okay, now what are those 8 paths? Let us see first. 8 paths are right view, right intention. A man should have these 8 things, or 8 paths, should follow these 8 paths in order to get the salvation. Right view. He or she must have a right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right concentration, and right mindfulness. Okay, so the answer will be, I'm so sorry. Yes, so the answer will be right knowledge. Okay, now see, in these 8 paths there is no knowledge, there is no knowledge. Okay, there is no knowledge, so that is why the answer will be right knowledge. Okay, next question. ICF framework for classification of health and disability related domain is given by. Now what is ICF and where it is prepared and who prepares it? So let us see what is ICF, International Classification of Functioning model. This is a model basically given by WHO, World Health Organization. Okay, and it has given this model in order to show that what are the health conditions, what are the contextual factors that affects your health condition. Okay, so this is your body functioning, activity, participation, and these activities are influenced by environmental factors as well as personal factors. So this is why ICF, for International Classification of Functioning, is given by whom? Definitely it is WHO. Moving on to the next question. Planning as the basic function of educational management involves certain steps. Arrange this in sequential order. That means functions of educational manage. Okay, that means it is asking you about the steps of educational management. Educational management. Okay, now what is educational management? Educational management is a field of education which applies the principles of management to make the educational setup better, or to do everything smoother and quite in better way. Okay, so let us see, let us arrange first, let us arrange the steps, these 5 steps in sequential order here. Okay, first of all, whenever we start any type of management, first you have to go through the goals. First you have to set the goals. That means you have to set goal first. Okay, then you have to develop a plan. That means developing planning premises. Okay, okay, now you have to finalize what that means various alternatives. What should be done, what should we do for most suitable alternative for reaching the desired goal. If we have already designed our goal, then what are the alternatives that we can pick up to achieve those goals? That means achieving the goals. Okay, then we will determine the resources. What are the resources required to fulfill those goals? Then finally, ensuring that plans are communicated to all the concerned people, or we can say stakeholders. So B.A.B.Ed, that means C is the right answer. Okay, next question. Given statements. Statement 1, rubrics can be used for peer feedback. Now what is rubrics? Rubric. What is rubric? It is an assessment tool. Assessment tool. These are also known as criterion tools. Criterion tools. Okay, why? Because in rubric we put some criteria, okay, and then assess accordingly, and definitely it gives, say for example, I have given the criterion like yes or no. Okay, now the question is, do you like chicken? Do you like chicken? Okay. Now condition is, if you say if you really like chicken, then you have to answer yes or you have to answer no. So this is my condition, you have to answer yes or no. Then you will answer yes or you will answer no, like this. Okay. So this is just an example. This is not exactly how you should develop rubric, but this is an example of criterion tool. What are the criterion tool? You have to set some criteria, you have to set some condition, then you have to apply the rubric. So rubric can be used as peer feedback, definitely we can use. Okay. Then rubric can be used only for paired feedback, paired peer feedback. Now see, whenever you see these type of question where the word only is written, the word only is written, then definitely it is a wrong statement. Why? Because rubrics are not only used for paired feedback, but also it is used for many type of feedback, for peer, from the teachers, from the students, from the teacher educators, like those. Okay. So these rubrics cannot be only used for peer feedback, so statement 2 is incorrect. Okay. So the answer would be C. Statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. Okay. Next question. Swayam, most famous website, or you can say platform for open learning is Swayam platform. Okay, Swayam, what is Swayam? Study waves of active learning for young and aspiring minds. Where it is? Study waves of active learning for young aspiring mind. Yes, B is the right answer. So here B will be the right answer. Okay, study waves of active learning for young aspiring minds. Then what is the exact title of Justice Verma Commission report on teacher education? Now see, many people will think Justice Verma report, and second one is your Yashpal committee report. Yashpal committee report. Okay. Now see, many people they actually don't read carefully that it is Justice Verma or Yashpal. Okay, suddenly they will say, oh, it is Yashpal, then they will do the wrong answer. But according to the Justice Verma committee report on teacher education, the title was vision of teacher education in India, quality and regulatory perspective. Okay, the vision was the quality and regulatory perspective. This is the exact title of Justice Verma committee report on teacher education. Okay, B would be the right answer. Then program learning is based on principle of program learning is what? Which means, say for example a robot. Say for example a robot. We have already programmed the robot, or we have already trained the robot, or we have already instructed the robot to do such things, or to perform certain task. Okay, that means we have already trained the robot to do certain task according to the command. Then definitely, say for example nowadays Alexa, okay, and so on. So what they do is they are already trained, or they are already programmed accordingly, that whenever you speak something they will produce the result. So that is what we call as program learning. So it is based on which principle? It is based on operant conditioning theory, because conditioning is there. Now see, if you consider that the answer what they are doing a type of program learning, if you will try to match the answer, at least to match the answer, those who are very smart, they can go for, okay, program learning is when we condition someone, that means when we train someone. Like see, training and conditioning is quite similar. Training and conditioning are quite similar. So you are giving some training to the robot, to a dog, to an elephant, to a lion, to produce something on the circus. Okay, so they are doing what you are asking them. Okay, so that is why training and conditioning are quite related. Conditioning, okay, so quite related. So you can note that program learning and conditioning. Okay, no learning, no learning, no learning, but conditioning. So you can match it here. Otherwise, you know, if you know the right answer directly, then you can answer. So according to this option, option D will be the right answer. Only D. Okay. Then National Council for Teacher Education is headed by. Who is the head of NCT? Definitely chairperson is the head of NCT. It is one of the easiest question. Okay. Next. Which of the following is not a type of budgeting? Now what is budget? It is a future blueprint, you can say, future expenditure, you can say, future expenditure. Okay, preparing future expenditure. What are your upcoming expenditures you are preparing? That is why it is known as budgeting, and it is a word like it has come from the word boget. Boget means pocket. Okay, boget means pocket, where you store the money to spend. Okay, which is not a type of budgeting. So definitely we have from yes, from formula budgeting, program budgeting, performance budgeting, but there is nothing called planned budgeting. Planned budgeting is wrong. That means it is not a type of budgeting. So answer would be planned budgeting. Okay. Next. Arrange the following committee commissions in order of their establishment. Now see, whenever you prepare for a NET examination, both in paper 1 and paper 2, you will face questions from committee commissions, history of education, committee and commissions. Okay, committee commissions related to education or higher education. Okay, so this is important for paper 1 as well as paper 2 education part. That means code number 09. So those who are preparing paper 1 also, they have to understand the committee commissions established as far as education is concerned. So 82nd question is that you have to arrange the committees. Okay, Justice Verma Committee, National Knowledge Commission, National Commission on Teachers, Secondary Education Commission. Okay, so according to this, if you will go through the options, then first would be definitely Secondary Education Commission, because it was established in 1952. First is D. Okay, D. Then you go for the yes, National Commission on Teachers C, established in 1983-85. Okay. Next is National Knowledge Commission 2007, NKC 2007. So it is DCB. Then definitely Justice Verma Commission 2012. Okay, I'm so sorry, here is 2009. Okay, Justice Verma report A. Okay, so now see, these are the answer you have to arrange. So DCBA or C will be the right answer. I think the first one is correct, 2012 is correct, not 2009. Okay, Justice Verma Committee report. Next, 21st question. Discipline based model of curriculum designed is basically, discipline based means discipline. What is a discipline? It is a specific subject, specific area of study is known as discipline. Here discipline doesn't mean pin drop silence. Okay, silence, maintaining silence is not discipline here. Discipline means a branch of knowledge. Okay, discipline means a branch of knowledge. So this type of curriculum design is basically what? It is basically subject centered, discipline centered. Discipline means, say for example, social science discipline. Yes, social science, physical science, life science or bioscience. These are some type of discipline. Then next question, which of the following sustainable development goal or SDG ensures inclusive and equitable quality education? Now see, this is a goal you have to keep in mind, because the National Education Policy 2020 is prepared on the basis of this SDG, that is SDG number 4. Okay, Sustainable Development Goal number 4 says to provide inclusive and equitable quality education. So that is why it is SDG goal number 4, and this is important because NEP 2020 is prepared on this SDG, or Sustainable Development Goal. Then next, NISTHA, National Institute for School, I think it is National Institute for School Heads something. So I don't exactly remember the acronym, but NISTHA is a website, or you can say it is a platform where program for improvement of different teachers is done here. Okay. Now NISTHA is what? You have to match the options. Okay. So it is what? It is a national mission to improve learning outcome at elementary level. Yes, it is correct. A program, it is launched by RCI, Rehabilitation Council of India, for its staff. No, it is not correct. Then it is a capacity building program for improving quality of school education through integrated teacher training. Yes, it is correct. It is launched by UGC. No, it is not correct. So A and C are the right answer. So C is the right answer. Okay. Next. Statement. All educators are potential leaders. All educators are potential leaders. Yes, it is correct. In that, all may create followers by influencing those around them, whether as heads of department, teacher, leaders, or principal or vice chancellor. Yes, it is correct as statement. Then statement 2 is leaders in educational administration are concerned with responding to diversity among learners. Definitely they have to respond to diversity among learners. Yes, both are correct. That is why both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct. Okay. Next. Following program. Which of the following programs are related to quality improvement in in-service education? You know that teacher education are two types. One is pre-service, one is in-service. Okay, pre-service is when you are not in job, you are preparing for job, like we are doing B.Ed, we are doing M.Ed, that is pre-service. In-service means those who are doing a job, or those who are already in job, but they are given some capacity building program, professional development program. Okay, so these are some type of in-service program. So what are the following program which are related to quality improvement? Okay, so let us see the options first. Foundation course in teacher education. No, it is given in pre-service. Foundation. Skill development program. Yes, it is done. Course on pedagogy in specific subject. Pedagogy we study at the pre-service level, so this is not the option. Induction meeting is also done at pre-service. Micro simulation for competency development. Yes, it is done at in-service level, so BE. So C will be the right answer. Okay. Next. Question number 4. Which of the following was not the aim of craft-based education recommended by Mahatma Gandhi? Gandhiji told the students should learn some crafts so that they would not be unemployed after education. Now see, in India we see many unemployed persons, those we call as literate unemployed. That means if you are a graduate, you will never do a job of peon, a job of sweeper, like that. Why? Because they will feel that no, we are graduates, we will not do that work. That is why Gandhiji has already stated that you have to have some craft or skill, so that if you will not get any type of job or any type of placement, then you will have your bread and butter through craft. Through your own craft, you have to you can prepare your own craft, and then you can sell your craft, so that you can have your bread and butter. Okay, so which is not the following, which of the following was not an aim of craft based education? Okay, so first is your meeting the expenses of teachers' salaries. That means whenever you are saying craft based education, definitely some teachers will be appointed for teaching you craft. Okay, say for example, one craft is sewing. Okay, it is a craft. Then definitely you will hire some teacher to teach them. So definitely meeting the expenses of teachers' salary, it was there. Dignity of labor, it was there. Minimization of drift of rural youth to the cities in search of job. Many rural people come to the city for search of job. This is also done. So this was also the aim, which is not the aim. Creation of a specialized class of craftsmen. Okay, that means that means only a preparation of only a group of craftsmen. It is not important, because we are not creating class of craftsmen. Craft means those who do the craft. We are not creating craftsmen. We are preparing children with bright future, but in case they are not getting job, then they will go for the craft. But that doesn't mean we are preparing craft person. No, we are creating educated society, but if they will not get job, then they will be employed or they will be self-employed according to their craft. Next question. Bandura. Albert Bandura's social learning theory is considered as the bridge between. It is a bridge between. It is a bridge between whom? It is a bridge between whom? It is the bridge between the behaviorism and cognitivism. Okay. It is the behaviorism and cognitivism. In cognitivism, we consider mind functioning. Okay, mind functioning, brain functioning. In behaviorism, it is based on conditioning, behavior. Okay, conditioning, behavior, reinforcement. Okay. Next, we have to match theory or concept with description. Development of theories. When we develop theory, it is called as what? It is called as basic research. In basic research, we develop theory. Finding solution of immediate problem, immediate solution of a problem, that means action research. Okay, that means action research. In action research, we find the immediate solution. Adaptation of theories, we have to adapt the theories. Means when we adapt some theory or pick some theory and try to give some solution to a problem, that means applied research. No hypotheses are proposed or tested is assessment studies. So the option B is correct. Then question number 52. The emphasis of learning outcome curriculum framework is learning outcome based curriculum framework, LOCF, is on what? It is on application of knowledge. Yes, you can apply knowledge here. Providing holistic educational experience to student. Yes, you can provide. Designing a national common syllabus for a particular program of study. Again, particular only, these are correct, not correct. Okay. Changing the most of books in a college or university library. No, it is not correct. Then A, B or option A is correct. Okay. Portfolio. Now what is portfolio? It is quite similar to what we call as CV, curriculum vitae, or resume, or biodata. Okay, biodata in layman point of view. Okay, these are quite similar. CV, resume, biodata. In portfolio, we prepare a biodata of a student and we write the achievements, the major achievements and hobbies, etc. What they have done in the past, what are their interests, what are their goals. So we prepare in a portfolio. Okay, now portfolio development is basically a what? Spontaneous process. Spontaneous means suddenly we do it. No, we don't. Static process, that means constant process, the same thing is done repeatedly. No. Teacher centered process. No, it is a dynamic process. Dynamic means it is always changing. That means a student has achieved 80% of score in schooling. That doesn't mean he or she will get 80% in college level. He or she may get 90%, or he or she may get below than 50%. We cannot predict, and the achievement rate is not same everywhere at every stage. It may change. That is why it is a dynamic process. We collect different data from different sources. That is why it is called as a dynamic process. Next is 67. Match the list of quality enrichment program with the mandate. It is provided by UGC. These are the courses or programs provided by UGC. You have to go through the UGC program, then you will know Diksharamb, Jeevan Kaushal, Guru Dakshata, Consortium for Academic Research and Ethics. Okay, so you have to match with the mandate, right? So first, the Diksharam. Okay, Diksharam is what? Diksharam is your induction program for student. Okay, Diksharam. You have to start the program Aram. That is why induction program for students. Okay. Next is your yes, mm, yeah, Diksharam with induction. Then you have to go for Jivan Kaushal. Jivan Kaushal. Now see Jivan, that means life skill. Okay. Then now come to the, now I'm just trying to let you know that what are the tricks how you will solve the problem. Now see you have to fix like, okay, G1, that means life skill. Now consortium for academic research and ethics. Research and ethics. So research ethics, what we do in that? We prevent publication in predatory, dubious and substandard journals. Okay, then definitely Guru Dakshata faculty development. So answer is A. Okay, next. Which of the following is not a platform of MOOC? MOOC, what is MOOC? Massive open online courses. What does that mean? Massive open online courses means there are many courses available online which is free of cost. You can purchase it, you can subscribe it, you can have it without any fees. Okay, it is available everywhere. That is why which are not a platform means, except that everything is a platform, you have to select which is not. Okay, so course era, yes. edX era, future learn, yes. Swayam in India, yes it is, but MIT is not a platform of MOOC. That means D, only D is the right answer. Next, Aristotle teaching become the philosophical foundation of. Now Aristotle, greatest philosopher. Okay, so his teachings became the philosophical foundation for. Now Aristotle is the father of realism. Aristotle is the father of realism. Okay, Aristotle is the student of Plato. Okay, now Aristotle is the father of political science, biology, metaphysics, logic, etc. Okay, now his teaching, if he is a realist, then definitely his teaching became the philosophical foundation for realism. Okay, next. Question number 23 or question ID 23. In India, National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education or NCFTE, which was prepared in the year 2009, was prepared by. Now the question comes, now the confusion comes to the mind of student when they go for it. NCCI it is not, but many people will click this option. Why? They will just go through National Commission for Teacher Education. Okay, this is correct. They will not read it properly, but it is not correct. Answer is NCTE, National Council for Teacher Education, not commission. Okay, not commission but council. In which year the PWD Act was enacted? PWD or Person with Disability Act, that is in 1995. Okay, 1995. Next question is, according to Sankhya philosophy, the mind or the intellect is, your mind is what? Your mind is unconscious material entity. That means the Purush and Prakriti. Purush is your mind or intellect. Prakriti is the nature or Jagat, right? Now your mind is unconscious. It is unconscious, but it has material entity, right? Next, visual condition, which are the types of refractive disorder. That means you have to find out the visual disorder or visual impairment. Okay, what are the type of visual impairment and what are those? So you have to select the right answer. So according to this option, myopia, yes, myopia is a visual disorder. Okay, not amblyopia but hyperopia is a refractive disorder. And then you come to the astigmatism. Okay, so it is also a type of disorder, that means visual disorder you can say. So the option number D is right answer, ACD. Okay, ACD are the right answers. Then question number 89, ID 89, statement Assessment is a systematic process of identifying, collecting, interpreting information about the student learning. Yes, it is definitely correct. Okay. Now, second statement is assessment results must be communicated in a clear and transparent way. Both are correct. So, definitely A is the right answer. Statement 1, statement 2 are correct. 72. Theories of states and areas of focus. Now, it is quite confusing question from sociology, but quite confusing, but it can be done if you will apply some trick, then you can do it. Okay, so what type of trick you can apply here is that you have to apply the Marxist socialist theory. Okay, you know the Marxist theory. Okay, you can apply here. So first of all, we will apply the Marxist theory. What Marxist or socialist theory says, that says the propagation of dignity of labor. You have to respect the dignity of labor. You have to listen to the people from the marginalized group. Okay. So according to this, if we will look at the option, these four options, definitely the answer is matching here. The answer that is suitable for this option is your propagation of socialist conception of the state. That means B is connected with C. Why? Because now see, socialist theory means social conceptions, right? You can mark like this. You can mark like socialist. Okay, it is, if it is socialist, then definitely it is propagation of socialist, right? So definitely then the classical liberal. Classical means old model. Okay, old model. Old model means what? At that time, at the earliest time, we were only concerned with the individualism and general welfare. Okay, so we have already got the answer. Okay, A is 1 and B is 3. Now see, A is 1, B is 3. So this is the option. No, none of these options are matched, but the option A is matched. That is why you have to select the answer A. Then 25th. Which of the following techniques is not covered under non-probability sampling? Okay, sampling. What is sampling? Sampling is a technique through which we select the samples from the population. Two types sampling: probability sampling, probability where every participant has equal and fair chance of being selected as a sample, and one is non-probability, which is full of bias. Probability full of bias. Now you can see many people are selected on the basis of bias. Okay, they are very favorite of those teachers, that is why they select them. Okay, that is why it is called as non-probability sampling. So which of the following is not covered under non-probability? Purposive sampling is A non-probable sampling. Incidental is A non-probable sampling. Quota is a non-probable sampling, but stratified random sampling is a probability sampling. Stratified randomly we will select, but first of all you have to stratify them. That means male, female, boys, girls, rural, urban, like this. Then you have to select. Next question. The banking concept of education, very interesting concept. Banking concept of education is coined by whom? Most famous, Paulo Freire. Paulo Freire. Okay, he has given the banking concept. He has given the term conscientiousness. Okay, pedagogy of oppressed. These are some important information regarding Paulo Freire, and he is connected with this. First of all, we have to see what is banking concept of education. That means teacher. He is a teacher and he is teaching. That means depositing. What? Depositing knowledge. Where? Students. At the students. Now, what they are depositing? They are depositing teaching, evaluation. Okay, they are depositing your knowledge. To make it more clear, now see, in a bank, what we observe, that a person comes, or a depositor comes with some amount or money, and he deposits it in the bank. Okay, and there are three people or three materials connected. First is the depositor, who deposits the money. Second, what is depositing, what is being depositing, money is deposited. Third is where it is deposited, in the bank. Okay, now same with the education. Who is depositing? Teacher is depositing. What is deposited, what is being deposited? Knowledge is being deposited. And where it is deposited? In the minds of the students. That is why it is known as the banking concept of education, given by Paulo Freire. Then next question, given the assertion reason, though ex post facto research, otherwise known as causal comparative research, otherwise known as causal comparative research, examines cause and effect, but it is not the part of experimental research. Yes, it examines the cause and effect, but it is not exactly the experimental research. Yes, it is correct. Again, it is saying reason is that in ex post facto research, effect of independent variable has already taken place. Yes, this is the perfect explanation of ex post facto research, because the independent variable and its effect is already taken, is already been taken, is already taken place, is already happened. You cannot change the world war again, you cannot change the corona time again, you cannot go back and you cannot change anything. That is why it is known as ex post facto research. So both assertion reason are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Option A is the correct answer. Next, in andragogy, now one is pedagogy. Pedagogy is the art and science of teaching children, the technique of teaching children, whereas andragogy is the art and science of teaching adults. Okay, in andragogy, what is true? What is true? Learning adults is there within its scope. Yes, it is there. Learners are independent and strive for self-direction in learning. They strive for self-direction. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. Then teachers decide what, how and when anything is learned. No, teachers cannot decide, because they are adults, they are grown-ups. You cannot decide what they should learn. Okay. Then motivates them from self-esteem, confidence, recognition that comes from successful performance. Yes, it is correct. So answer is A, B, D, or B option is the correct option. Next, who rejected the ideas of mind and consciousness as a subject of matter of psychology? Who has rejected the subject of mind and consciousness? Now see, first, psychology was defined as the study of soul, then mind, then consciousness. Now we regard psychology as the study of behavior. Now when it was first defined as soul, some people came like Immanuel Kant, who rejected the idea of soul given by Aristotle and Plato. He said no, it is the study of mind. Then some people came and again told no, it is the study of consciousness, given by your the father of different studies. You can say William Wundt, father of psychology, and then William James. They said no, it is the study of consciousness. Then again James Watson, J.B. Watson came as the father of behaviorism. He rejected mind, he rejected consciousness. So definitely it is Watson. Okay. Then who among the following is considered as the father of sociology? Easiest question. Father of sociology is Auguste Comte. Father of educational sociology is George Payne. Okay. So answer would be Auguste Comte if it is asking father of sociology. If it would have been the father of educational psychology, then George Payne would have been the right answer. The next question is Dick and Carey model of instructional design of teaching or teacher education. Design model is the first and second step. The first and second step of Dick and Carey instruction model. Okay. So according to this, what are the first and second step? Okay. First, the first step is that the instructional learning goals. You'll have to first set the goal First you have to set the goal, then you will have to uh, uh, analyze the instructional materials or instruction. Okay, analysis, instructional analysis. Okay, first two step, first and second step of Dick and Carey model are your instructional learning goals, then instructional analysis. So B and C are the right answer. Okay, now match the impairment with aid or appliances. That means there are some impairments and here are some aids or appliances you can apply with them. Now say oral impairment. Oral means listening problem. They have some listening problem. They are not able to hear it properly. So if they are not able to hear properly, then you can provide them hearing aids. Okay, A with 3. Okay, directly you can find here A is 3 and A is 3 here. Okay, then definitely you have to match second, skeletal abnormalities. They have some skeletal problem, bone problem. Okay, so you can provide them with wheelchair. If they are not stable to sit, then you can provide them wheelchair. Here is your option 4. So definitely D will be the right answer. You cannot, you don't have to go forward to match all these things. You have to select this one so that you can cover up all the questions quickly. Okay, then competency based assessment. Competency based assessment, what are true regarding competency based assessment? Should be done just after the end or completion of the program. Should we do that? Yes, we can do that in order to assess the competency of the student, right? Next, should take into its scope all measurable components aspect to be needed to be assured. Yes, we can take all measurable components regarding it. Okay, you can do that. Then does not demand flexibility with regard to use of different tool. Now see, does not demand itself is a negative answer, so it is not. So it should be fair and objective. Definitely A, B, D, or you can say C will be the right answer. Next, which of the following best illustrate an example of mixed method research study? Mixed method research study means when we take both qualitative plus quantitative research for getting better result in research is known as mixed method research. So Sahil conducts interview and observation. These are just two techniques of research. Techniques of research. These are not methods. Rekha interviews parents and their children. These are what? Sample. You can say sample. These are two sample, not methods. Samir looks at percentage of successful transition from district and class grade. This is area of study, not your method. Reshma conducts observation and supplement her finding with class grade. That means observation means qualitative data. Qualitative data. Class grade means quantitative data. Quantitative data. So this is what we call as mixed method research. And next, equal educational opportunity means, what do you mean by equal educational opportunity? Equal accessibility to have suitable education. Yes, equal access to everyone to have suitable education. It is correct. Free education for girls only. Now see, till this one it was correct, but only option makes it rejected. Okay, so the option is rejected. Why? Because it has been written here like only. Equality of educational standards for minorities and disabled only. Now you have to reject only options. Both A, B not correct, both B, C not correct. So A is the right answer, only A. Okay. Next question. Which of the following is or are examples of alternative assessment? Alternative assessment. You suppose, say for example, you don't have time to assess in pen and paper, question and paper. Now, what are your alternatives you can use to perform some type of assessment over the people or over a group of people? Okay. So, response journal. Yes, you can do that. Journals. Then portfolio. Yes, you can do that. Okay, but typical and term examination, it is not an alternative assessment, but it is assessment itself. Okay, you don't have time to conduct examination, that is why you have adopted for alternative assessment. Then why you will go for typical term examination? So A, B will be the right answer. B is the right answer. Okay, Identify the barriers to effective communication. Effective communication is very important. What is communication? When we pass some message from one person to another person in a lucid manner, and the receiver, he is the sender and he is the receiver. When the receiver encodes the data properly, it is called effective communication. Okay. Now, what are the barriers? What are the barriers? That means which creates hindrances in communication. Okay. Now, first of all, noise. Yes, it creates barrier. Then negative attitude. Yes, it creates hindrances. Unclear graphics. Say for example, I am showing the picture. I am showing a picture which is not at all clear. So it is also type of communication. That is why it is a barrier. Okay. Slang language. Slang language means whenever you use some slang language, then it is also a barrier. Then positive behavior. It is not a barrier because it is needed in effective communication. But the question is barriers that creates problem in communication, but it enhances your communication. That is why A, B, C, D are right answer. So B will be the right answer. Next question is, Davis has characterized which of the following as the main social function of the family? According to Davis, what are the social functions of the family? Okay. Now see your reproduction. Yes, reproduction is the one of the social functions. Maintenance is also the function. Placement, yes, placement is also the function. Socialization of the young ones, yes, it is also the option, but marrying the kids is not the option according to Davis. That is why A, B, C, D, your D will be the right answer. Now see, Davis has identified only 4, not the 5th one. A projective technique, you have already have some idea about projective techniques used for the assessment of what? Projective techniques are useful for doing assessment of what? Of doing assessment of your personality. It is helpful in identify the personality. Next, which of the following constitutional provision is made to eliminate discrimination of caste, creed, color in any government aided school? To eliminate discrimination of caste, creed and color in any governmental institution, definitely it is Article 29. Article 29 says that, so you have to eliminate the discrimination. No people will be discriminated on the basis of caste, creed, color in any government aided schools. Okay. Now, the duration of M.Ed or Masters of Education program has been increased to 2 years by NCT. Earlier it was only of M.Ed was only for 1 year. 1 year program. M.Ed was an 1 year program, but now it is 2 years program. From which year? It is from what? It is from definitely 2014, right? From 2014 it is of 2 years, but earlier than 2014 it was only of 1 year course. Last question of the day. We have completed 50 questions of the day. We have already covered 20 questions in our previous part. So far we have discussed 70 questions, and we will bring another video which will cover the rest 80 questions of the paper. And if you like this video, and if it is very helpful to you, please share the video to all the NET aspirants. Subscribe the channel and like the video. What is correct order of the process of portfolio development? When we develop some portfolio, so what are its correct step? So definitely the first step is collection of data. Definitely you have to collect the data regarding a person for which you are preparing the portfolio. Okay. Then you have to reflect on the portfolio or the activities. Okay. Then you have to reduce the data. Then you have to display the data. That means ADCA, ADCB. Okay, ADCB. So this is the right answer. So far we have completed the session. Now the famous in every class I give some statements or quotations that will inspire you. Don't look back while climbing success. look back after success, because when you climb success, if you look back, then you will feel that, oh, I have crossed all these things. But whenever you will get the success, definitely you will look back and see what you have achieved. Okay, this is by me, Sam. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe the channel and like the session if this class seems helpful to you. Thank you everyone again.